Okay, in this video I'm going to talk about racial fear-mongering. I want to ask you guys a question out there. Who in the media do you think, and the reason I refer to the media is because the media is mainly the outlet, a big outlet for the American people, the mainstream media. You have Fox, you have CNN, you have MSNBC as the three major contributors for pretty much the majority of huge American political discussion in this country. Let me ask you guys a question. Which of these networks do you think contributes to racial fear-mongering the most? CNN, Fox, or MSNBC? Now, I should make it a competition between MSNBC because they're the far left, they're the liberals, and then you have Fox, who are considered the far right. CNN is considered liberal, but they're not as considered as liberal as MSNBC. I mean, if you look at MSNBC, the majority of the anchors on there are liberal. Joe Scarborough is pretty much the only one who has conservative values on there. Now, I consider myself more conservative than liberal. That doesn't mean that I agree with every single thing that every Republican says. And that doesn't mean that there's things with the Democrats that I may agree on, but that doesn't mean I'd agree on with them. I don't agree with either party on all things. No, I mean, I consider myself more as a conservative, libertarian type person. I don't buy into the warmongering. I don't like warmongers, and I don't like racial fearmongers. Now, here's my interesting position on this. I think the liberals, I think that MSNBC, Rachel Maddow, Chris Matthews, and all of them, I think they play this race card actually more than the conservatives do. The funny thing about it is they blame people like Rush Limbaugh, they blame the Obama birthers, people like myself who are questioning Barack Obama's birth certificate. They make this issue about race. And see, they say since Barack Obama's black, it's so easy. Since our president is black, and he's the first president of the U.S., it's so easy for someone to say, you don't like a certain policy of Barack Obama's? Is that because he's black? You question this about Barack Obama? Is that because he's black? You know, this type of fear-mongering, most Americans, and I think most black people think it's stupid. I think most black people I know are very intelligent, well-informed people. And you know what? When they hear this fear-mongering, even from the liberal media, they must just think it's stupid because it's so obvious to see that the media tries to use race to try to increase ratings, and then they also do it because they're idiots. I mean, they're just idiots. For instance, this issue with Sergeant Crowley, Professor Gates, and Barack Obama. Now, albeit Barack Obama was stupid enough to inject himself in this matter. I mean, a local thing that happened in Cambridge. Barack Obama, the president, who has so much other things to worry about, injected himself in a matter. And people will say, well, he's African American, so he should do that. No, that's just incorrect. Just because he's a certain race doesn't mean that he's supposed to back. It doesn't mean he's supposed to have this tribal mentality, this surface mentality of, oh, that's another black person out there, and he may, even though I don't have all the facts, he may be getting harassed, so I'm going to back him up. That's just infantile, and I think even a lot of blacks know this. I saw a lot of black people on YouTube and a lot of video social networking channels saying it was stupid for Barack Obama and even Professor Gates to overreact to the police officer. Now, look, nonetheless, of whoever was right and wrong in this incident, I mean, I think it is a tragedy that someone had to get arrested in their own home. I think the police go overboard way too much. They need to be put in check as well. The police do. But it has nothing to do with their color. It has nothing to do with their white or black. It has to do with the fact, it has to do with laws in this country. And many of the freedoms in this country, liberties in this country, many of which we are losing. Economic liberties and social liberties. And people always want to make these things about race. Okay? So, look, Chris Matthews, Keith Olbermann, and Rachel Maddow at MSNBC, the MSNBC is the race. They are more racist in my view than Fox News and all the big time conservatives. You know why? Because they use race and they use it as a way to it's a baiting tactic to get ratings, to just for any agenda they have, any personal agenda they have. They use race, and I just don't. How can people be? Here's the thing about this country. This country is based on individualism, entrepreneurship. It's based on individual liberty at most. And we have a habit now in this country of grouping people and saying, those are the blacks, those are the Chinese, those are the Latinos, those are the, those are those honkies, or those, all this name calling and all this tribalism, it's so infantile. If you believe in why should you even care what color someone is in regards to certain matters and things that happen? Sometimes the media, actually a lot of the times, and we as people, we're misguided in how we characterize a certain issue. We blame certain things on race when in actuality sometimes it has nothing to do with race. I believe in this cop incident, it had nothing to do with race. There was no racial profiling going on. So that's all I'm going to really say about that issue. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention that as far as Barack Obama's citizenship goes, do not let racial fear-mongering bring you away from pressuring Barack Obama on this. It's just amazing. And see, some people think that Obama is doing this just to make conservatives and Republicans look stupid. I don't believe that, and here's why. Obama has spent millions, not millions, but at least hundreds of thousands of dollars on getting these cases in courts all across the U.S. dismissed. And the reason that all these cases keep getting dismissed is because the judge will say that people don't have a lack of, the judges will say these people have a lack of standing. Meaning they don't have any legal standing to question Obama's eligibility. Even though the substance of the case is good. I think everybody can really agree, Barack Obama, it doesn't matter if he's white or he's black in this issue, he hasn't produced a long-form birth certificate. And why is that such a big deal for him to produce that? Is he hiding something about his family? Is he hiding something about any personal attribute that we don't want to know? Or is he not a citizen? We want to know. We, the American people, want to know. Democrats want to know too. There's Democrats out there who do want to know, who do want to see it. So it's not just a Republican thing. It's not just a conspiracy thing. And it doesn't mean that we're racist just because we're questioning Barack Obama's constitutional eligibility.